de polasa. Era Skyview fruit flavor. Skyview fruit era lo simoni kini jone pega jo Skyview fruit I koto kini je chie. E jula kina momo kono sala kini ji borari tido yalama. O mata Skyview leta chi I porori jo dunya keda kolong. O lele keda Skyview fruit kede koni kalikai papiro kun. E joka jare sianguni jakwa na koni keda Skyview orange, citrus, ka fruity.
Skyview, go extreme.
Etwan, aro pedoru jadwaru no biano poti soma unos. Doba dengalo marai. A taxi, ebe potunti ne saneja ibongai. E generator, oruni besi muda tutu. Obila kina iswagete na ikelai. Toma kuma, doba do ngaye no makini ngesimu.
Idare kiberejo. Inyo.
Idare kiberejo. Aro kengali mono kini jo. Ikwa kina jerika rai.
Ijo, imina kitainer MTN mai paka. Nisi kwane jata tarika da dakika na nui. Kodomu mai paka voice bundles kiner ido enere chut koma midio bori atakine atatacha jo kichikak star idopet ikanyape enoti star idopet hash kanaito soma mai paka
everywhere you go MTN
Kojenebe ejase ngala kwa chamisimu nili nomuni obon ko MTN onaba enoti iwuni idopet iare enoti MTN nisiriabu neterio ngeteloka Uganda Communications Commission ipedora dolo kinoko naba enoti ikanyauni enoti iare ikanyare lo mam itatacho
Ekatwan iyo gaber iyo itirorti sirigin lolo eke kilo ekoni motoka echolongolo taxi itirorti ekoni simu akibot araba mausa swam kon araibo yoga ikina kede paperi twasama akani kon konye iye mutolo ajiokak ngisluta etwasama sabuni na ka skin guard asanitizer kede skin guard hand wash take ongole abreja konikan ijo itirorta ibo isho nwepedoreta dare kurutule corona adaoni sawa na luipo nara jam singese ya saidio boy stikere mamo ni pedora itikokin asama sabuni na ka skin guard asanitizer skin guard hand wash ilosi akonikan ngareni kau kiding na ikon boko kila beke kanike red skin guard ngisi nakini jo ayuara na delete
RNG.
What's with her?
She just tasted the new Mirinda orange.
What?
It's so good, it makes it go ORNG.
Really?
Yep, there's something amazing that happens when you taste the new Mirinda orange.
Okay.
First, you feel the bubbly, buzzing sensation on your lips.
Wow.
Then, your taste buds come alive.
And?
You get lost in a world of flavorful, fizzy orange goodness.
That's cool.
The orange is more orange, the flavor is more flavor, the fun is more fun. So zesty, so bubbly, so orangey. New Mirinda Orange, you have to try it.
Hey Richard, thank you for the meal, but can I have more chapati and some to take home? I have not tasted anything like that before.
Sorry, they are finished. Everyone ate only chapati and posho today.
Sure? I noticed that even the posho tasted great. Where did you buy it from?
Yeah? Have you not heard about the new wheat and maize flour? Supreme flour comes in both wheat and maize. Supreme flour is very nutritious, tasty and healthy because it is fortified with 9 vitamins and minerals. Supreme flour stretches easily and uses less oil, so you end up baking more in less time. Find Supreme flour in all supermarkets and shops around the country. Supreme flour is manufactured by Mandela Millers at Busega Roundabout, Masaka Road, a product of Mandela Group.
Government is rolling out the parish development model to improve household incomes and welfare of all Ugandans through wealth creation and generating employment. The model adopts the parish as the epicenter of multi-sectoral community development, overseen by the Parish Development Committee. The parish council chairperson, supported by the parish chief. Citizens will access the revolving fund by routing the applications through their parish-based groups. Priority commodities are coffee, cotton, cocoa, vegetable oil, fish, beef, among others. Emphasis will be on agro-industrialization through production, storage, processing, marketing, and value addition. The Parish Development Committee will vet the loan applications, forward them to the sub-county and district TPC for approvals before disbursement of funds to the beneficiaries. The CAO will be responsible for the overall approval and recovery of funds. This message is for
Honorable Juliet Lodo, MP County, Maties kere ido elipiton kere ai rimar achoreta nuka President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni kanu ai rebokin anyalatoin na COVID-19 na sodit ai boyore na aret ai lotakanin na unyet anapita mask na onet ai boy ai lana kina na washa ai lipne jailo kasuban kitupo ninu ipedori wona itiji adeka na COVID-19 nepepe na dayar itunga lupuko Uganda yalama noi eonguna kus Honorable Juliet Lodou MP Ngora County kidar loka subani yeskere
Mami Twanyari, Aipop, Abolia, Arabonat, Edramacon, De Pal Drama, Angita Biti, Ne, Akisi Kenyon Chiakwongon, Voice of Teso, Agion Santo Manado, Ido, Red Drama Law, Linera, Akilon Kamanakeda, Aitikokin, Akorana Dekana Coronavirus, De Pal Drama, Nyesi Ntijo, Media Incorporation, In Transition, Imorkina Kede Radio Law, Nebebekeda, East African Radio Service, EAS.
Yebo atekere kwangen pone ngesi kutara bongun tomo program isare kida kanyangon okodakano san kanye unilwa para ne raila side diopete lo kwana lo arelo sodit lo itegaro ni program lo aktongo mneja kait muzo chole sote do bere boni ireki na kota upasi nepepe ja sio ko panelists lo ada utwalo muntomo line, so we would want to bring them on board such that they will be at par pedoteke sao pakedo ni otomo program alo. Yes Moses, Bob was giving at least a preamble. Ainakinu beroniebe. Punani ejin turngesa krona shoman aneote so. Ageuna shomo kid otomo itabo no kida popular kida peta nuyemu to as a young man. Tendi kwa nana alumna ngesto mo system la ijana kin kwape ingarenon. And I would want to take it still to you also to give us the understanding epolo ipupia jakrone kamnara kida shoman. Dodo kwenye tibu niona inera COVID, because we would be talking about COVID from 2020 and 2021, but then understanding the education system in Teso in general.
You see, Charles Mama kota kwenya, but subete bala lolo jalo mdu Teso, tubete le mdiduwe inoi ukara kwikere, do the COVID esaina duwe birori.
Yes, we balaron be kodo onora the last thing
Charles
that we shall be putting up.
I don't want to blame COVID.
Yes.
I think you're going to the responsibility of the people whom we delegate or whom we trust to manage Ashoman Naidway. Charles and the listeners are going to be on in a array or test. What is the setup of the primary schools? It money you going to primary schools, I mean, just sub counties, just town councils, just municipalities, and just city. Charles and the other followers on Zoom and online and Papa Okiria. I want to talk about the attitude. Mino ni ene kamera kodichan kunye yongo akotongo to talk about the attitude. And akotongo to break this into steps. Community or society. Bia ite yoni idway. Ejaitunga in that region, in that sub-county, in that village. Lwe tingitos, ariboete London, ariboete Okinga, ariboete Kai. Emor kikena kapate kerna Teso. Isemeroi are not for politicians. These semeroi are not for evangelists. Semeroi public institutions. Lwe morete tonga. Now, epukore semero, ejaitunga achamunu kwani. Bidwe yukarai usemero atami eneri nidwe ai nyamu semero narai etenge kado nili swama ino radio iyape breakfast ane araida ipinu way up ije attitude to change are morala bori kwap inyo iborole nyameti idwe ilu ore nyameta chok nyamete muogo nyamete nyo. Are we committed as parents? Are we committed as guardians? I took beriboro bidwe onyanya matidwe usemero erikobero ni geuna awo momo ni kamana la kode performance nobody teachers eperete usemero atukono SMCs PTS and what, how are they conducting their roles in mobilizing parents mobilizing pupils, mobilizing students. I think apalatitunga ipala kronu medue no ashoman be mambo bo ikamutosi yongo ngini twene raiko de nyo ake koik osodo la suban esayait ikerem. Now tojo on district level you have the technical people, inspector of schools, you have the DO. How are they relating with the head teachers? Be a better kwesi allow sit to supervise now. Adoloki ne semero arema kwesi darete bonbe arema medo mote quarter mame DO allow sit to visit semero bale DO bonbe imame ngakinyet konye. Unfortunately itungalu ipo idumuni jobonbe mamu idwe kech esobeto district ngoni konye racing arena ko district ngoni. How do you monitor idwe lumamu jo iworate? That is from the technical part. Idumuni jobonbe DO is also not responsible. A popular right responsible publicly and with the results mame right responsible. Idumuni jo details for vision. Koloiso Mr. Patanajadu mun inspector of schools. I'm sure kopani itijo idwele somete. Being able inspector law also to district. Mamji pedori ajenu. Era situnga luipu committed. I touch school fees of private school. Kwenye bale PTA boy ina isingu lukumina kaisare patam. Bidway aina sonyamata. Imame ne rai badari. Kwenye private school ipedorete auria kaitacha. Kada auria kale jaserono. Ipedota gwele kilo la kiri. Ipedoti todu ter reporter ne bengine kale. Yameta kiringe sabiti ruana. Kiring now is 12,000. Kudumuni jobonbe the PTA is like 20,000 after 3 months. How many parents are able to contribute that money? Of course, a jasi chan agenda be jasi tunga okerono. Kwenye mama kota chamla chamun bonbe mama uria kepelo rete aswam. The political one to talk about the overall. Munule yaito se district from the district chairman, the executive of the district to the district councillor. Charles and the viewers and my seniors, and my brother BOB. You see, you need to understand the performance mame poto kuju. Ejisemero ne aributi Emuria. Ejisemero ne soroti le tubitos. Primary akona tunagayon ko primary. Mamu, I don't think be imiki jo madera girls ibujo neni you as a chairman. Madera girls join examination. Now that people have trusted us with the power, they believe that we should be able to supervise, because the role of the politicians is to supervise the technical people. You don't need to go to Kampala alemuno results to be tere nepene madra girls ne to be and other schools. How often do our leaders sacrifice alemuna popular in sote ijere o sota koraini dwe? Now you need to prepare idwe before ija kwesi examination ije. I mean the other thing, Charles and the listeners, nesing into ene kerali mutubomba besemero la puga apodo e pote semero la puga na paikin as structures konye mamepote a paikin kapa lu ejame down toma ara imami tunga edilo sete a chamun to contribute money to support government schools. Idumuni joda, they are not expensive. Are chamutitunga. So idumuni jobon be supervision role lo mamu itunga podokitos. Again from there also siri also Nigeria so district councillors nare na lomtu Nigeria semeru. A beititi a district or just call a bylaw. Bageo nara P5, P6, P7 idu operato semero. Idu elu mami jukara rara kito kwani idu ili pu wete oban ayo bijai soboro jai so nyitete mpira mami dwe ngune period to concentrate academically mami period to concentrate. So idumuni jobonbe ekoto the I mean district councils in the Teso'S sub-region to further think lakini a strategy lo ao bom o sura kwesi ayaun by laws lo pedorete e gangsemeroi to attain I mean semi wedding. I can give an example. Idwe performed, I think necessarily the best school in the whole of the now the head teacher right committed a jackal accommodation a also character walimun uta jesanikin the same take care ya baraboda so ido mujo be mami kapuna pugane dolto sijo you'd actually opt out of the teaching profession or take care boda nare mame di yo reach all schools to je working relationship a good one chief administrative officer and the LOC5 the executive and the councillors to put pressure on some low to work with LOC3 and operate a reboard below semero ba koto nga anyun be bidwe be salto sore then the academia their role should be to provide learning materials secondary as we move forward now secondary in a secondary funding a secondary tunga le in my jidwe ilu amepero also government school amepero also private school the attitude so idu the why performance is very difficult to measure of government school. Students continue to drop out. Either secondary, either private school. A problem. Kwenye the biggest foundation lot ya patana beri 8-10. Foundation is now primary. And the strongest point, Charles, we have seniors here, Papa Malinga, and view, Charles. Mami kokene pedori NOP5 Vacation Center aimo chips da bongo kwenye duwe woke nyamete kwesi data nyamete muogo de nyamete muru nyamete choko apatana all need to start eitani duo semero ekunya kineto ni nani eka point je apero semero dobodo kwani the secondary schools lweja siteso idumuni bojo biko kene tuba ne jog angaro Kampala idumuni jo itungale pedorete to support akola salamiki ni area ngitelo test education fund atamata with their little resources item anyu na be kwesibete so idise tukuneti kapun also the gang students kali ma students ngunu ipo I can assure you they have tried etupakinda bobo Charles mamoni ina nikini idway aswamboro lu ipu it test repo osori ya dumunu bikirio kisemero ilu secondary lu just ko de laboratories konyare resemero on private and right government just ko de PTA say when we focus for secondary schools araiti beri work in laboratories le preparatory students ngunu aitubu practicals osota kwa mine students ngunu aisona a joke opatana kwesi adumunu examination papers in time opatana kwesi da aswami seminar nangun osota kwa makini seminars ojai kwa nakani na a district is supervising ai are semero la pugan are private school emameti dwe la pugan also the tonga so for me my interest is the supervisional role and how do you motivate the head teacher you need to pay courtesy visit osota bejo organize bia ibo mwalimu bia ibikadwe tubete bobia so I think we need to motivate the teachers we need to own the problem we need to provide accommodation for primary teachers we need to feed them we need to hire more teachers teachers will pedorete esaniki ni duwe a joke yalama
well Jakait Moses Ochole ngesngon kedan na kia umishoid na our meeting yesi ge unone program lo konye jawani kede Honorable Johnson Malinga erai akukulero be senior person in the making narai ireki ya krono kamnara kedenwa Showman is one of the commissioners ludeja sito makronu ailora krono programs plans lu kamnara keda Showman na kwa poko Uganda you most welcome to join us as from a program tino sana pelu atibon yoga jalomun
yalama no yoga no yoga is kerate kerlu pupete kelalu yasio kwa munalitete yalama mora mishoitina kotanga malani apedorosyon of Voice of Teso'S anyara on verengoda abunera moro kedesi after such a long time
yalama
no midenga kono rutang na itun mambere vera laiji jasi studios
eba
era lailo
yalama do sajabu ni robot
ebo sai boys
yalama do so akutobere ayautu okotunga jasi chetunga lebete erasi panelists kedo notomo program alode just to line and we need to bring them on board we need to understand that they are following the program kedo ni anotomo studios Ido akutanga geun kede ya amchalata abuko nade je laje to kwa puna ko Rwanda kotonga jaun nge sioto mapakna so that malbonbe na poloni ogaja lomu na moro keda so e program lo otoma apakna lolo kana sabiti ai tegare la palo kanchauni adiopet imala bera pupoko
Rwanda, and I have been working in line with education for quite some time, and it's so much okay that and so I can understand the balances, some of the benefits there is a poor performance, and when you have to pursue a dropout, I understand that, and then I will also be adding in my input here and there, how we can support Teso, how we can raise the education of
So amchalata bukongin hada ungesa lomunanu to join the show kedoni aniotoma Togo ido akutongo onia mere jakaita Patrick Glot jailaje toma kwapuna ko United Kingdom is the executive director aloka Teso Education Fund aijaunge sitomo program abala siso bonebe yoga alomuntomo program lo aimoro kedate kere. Right, I think it's not all that connecting to him. Kotongo Oniberabongtomo Studios. Let me bring the head teacher of Soroti Senior Secondary School, Ejakait Martin Okiria Netomo Studios. Abala Sisobon Be. Dumujo so Geutina na yauna preamble later kina Krona Shuman now Teso. And really it's very important for us to understand the history. Apolajara Shuman no Teso and where education is taking trends. Toma jo ai seniori kitikon otoma krone kamnara kada shoman aneo Teso ka Uganda kera Emuria rit itaiberi ya shoman no Teso bie
yala manoi moderator ena ngare lete man no Teso konyo chama kiberengo agiobra salamikin Honorable Johnson Maringa le joining oni otomo studio lo anu kolenge ti aitubu na poti mwalimun luo Teso otuboto otoma ingito na promotion
yes
from grade 5 to graduate ara assistant education officer to education officer apotulo lokarulo Teso lipo otuboto that promotion and I believe and it is my opinion and prayer that massive promotion that they got should help as an impair education as an investment. So that is the other thing that we have to begin to refocus again. My colleagues have done very well when they were talking about what needs to be done about accommodation of teachers and so on. Honorable on my side, left and right have done very well. But I also want to add that if you looked at even permanent secretaries, I don't know how many we have now in Uganda. For you to reach a level of secretary, you need a lot of patience in education. And today, a single paper in education cannot help you to attain that. You cannot attain it by having it. Because even becoming a headmaster now, you need a degree. To become a head teacher of a secondary, you need a master's. Now, what about now when you begin to talk about a commissioner, director, permanent secretary, you should be above, should have a lot of papers. So that means we have to invest to get those papers that can propel us upward. Otherwise, those who think you can climb a ladder in a hurry will fall fast. The second thing is also having children on competitive education rather than and wanting to be celebrities. Honorable talked about it. Our children today, even those in boarding schools, you'll find them struggling to have smaller radios, smaller phones. They want to listen, they want to mime, they want to be celebrities. When it is holidays, when you talk about picking a book to read, the guy is talking of how to compose a song. This do not help. And if you look at many children now, the characteristics of what people are calling now celebrities, in quoted marks, if you look at them, the type of trousers they wear, the hair that they have, the shirts that they wear, the way they decorate their bodies, it shows you that people are not focusing on education. People are focusing on a short-term thing to become a celebrity. People are learning English so that they can sing songs, in studios. And people are finding it a pride to be called DJs, especially our young people. So this is where we have to begin from, educating and counseling our young people to be focused on competitive education. Then when we have attained it, then we can now go to these other careers where we have interest in. The other is community involvement. What was it those days? In Teso'S, for example, a child belongs to a community. That the community, a child was misbehaving. What is it today? If you saw a boy and a girl, a young boy and a girl on the road, that people even hear them. How many children go for Kadibong? Children have even been killed in some discourse, locked down by the US, saved us, because that was becoming very high. That children would go for people's parties at Kadibong and fight there and they are killed. And we are beginning to have a lot of this. A person would get affected, you, owner of the function. And the police would not ask, was he invited? You came and invited, you have fought, you have been killed, but the police. The community must begin to play this role again. The role of owning. That every child who is primary going age, when he's seen loitering in a market everywhere, to be chased to go to school with a stick, because that's what I used to see.
Okay. Adimas, I think it's really very important. Tambere krono ibikana kinike da Teso'S. Omisik setunga lunare wakad bongo lupolu. They are celebrities of the yasake cha Emuria. Yes, yala mano ya Dimasa.
Autenga limuni, kalimune tena ya ready. Ebe marane okna idwe opani. Akoto aru DJs. Akoto be aruta ramaki sosine. Se maranete jetu ana one konye maranetu ana back. So ingole kitu ngakangu. Apo me adamake aruje poli pukorayo tidu mikososine. Mame pera ai kiare Teso'S kuju. Are talking about the balone be competitive education ngesi nyo Teso'S.
Ashu mandone sutbale jela gano toma.
Yes. Mama to la gano. Iko na gano na celebrities zitinyo ma Teso'S.
General Nui.
Malwe general utangesa aja utola gano general Nui. Ido ngole kiokes. Dumuni ya kwese sagaras itimu. Itunga loki atarauti timu bala bero. Pale rede ochare ache boisho teriche boy takanete. Abekeka lekin amukatana na petro hanani balati aroje iponet ngare ni loite tikau le pole rupane sake jubone jono ngisi iteone ibore bobo na bale ngobe da ya itunga kawange na hagia utaita rauni dwekero rasi luoko Teso'S ikolosek rasi dwe luiteso ngisi do abe ku senuche ngokera ireiki ni koku apolo ki atemarebe mambu biko ku nere na berwa achama ito sikole Teso'S awanga itwana na iticha ni kwa na dia mamere nike achamata ya hatiro twana ni bona dia tiko dinga ili muni ya dai kako okay kun bwana uta dona polo ai cho iponesho lu rock apora ne jidwe nakiro no isomo because aisomo ko jo jasike nesho
Okay, mari edichabera na ya uno ponangon, but we shall be integrating this discussion. Buno na ya uno no kotunga panelists wakolo just mo line tetere upa nepepe otomo program alo akuto kwa nengo alo stibere ayangari aija uno Dr. Akatekit Okonera all the way from South Africa. Imala bere pupok ebe adawunge Salomon tomo program lo narai etapit du chungesi at tupita program lo, and she always shares with us via Zoom from wherever she is. So we want to welcome her on board. Doctor, good evening or good afternoon rather. Welcome to the show.
Oh, I'm not muting. Oh, okay.
Rieta Krona Showman, ebe kota Showman Odol. Ikote berakirai.
Well, ya dawana itetemenane poni le jata rakiro. Koto berebenga malani ya chamanengo nere kedate kera paranina. Agiona na to koje tijari so la gano la politics. Wa mere o ngadu mutari ngai moro keda kesi. Tekere yalama do no la palo e kanye tauni o karulo lolo. Atuboro sa para siano etioko. To akioni tungalo ipu. Bwari bone COVID na ayaw na tioni sinepol ne ya tekere timiti kali alo atwa kiasi abu apu ganda sewo yaun so tona sewo yaka so the president da na on a minister kota apu gana na on a minister apana na shume for i platforms che bala lo mta ambassadors da anyu tangi kiro yare ngo na Charles Engwao ego kede Nelson Ochagera ko siala mekini kes congratulations
yalama
e po lo mna tikiro re opone angol are shumto situnga ara mtunga shumto si ko to ego cha kopana mamiono pa secretary are je mbera je no experience well la crono polo ko kini okar no teso na li daona ai manya pakine oni ai mara kirono ajasi ye nyo ngasit e buloni now ya are we going lo ngai velocity aitete national no teso who is to turn around the education system here in Teso. Basic is that one at the household level, the family.
Ure.
Number two, naita pedorosio somero. Ngulu naita pugana swam kede mtu wangu lelo sete aswamu no ebe etikese mama shomani kie uno nani central government authorities nendi do my people you have the ministries, you have commissions, you have the political leader the other group, the volunteers, and OEs, organizations, NGOs, who are you? The Lutheran World Federation, and so on. Aramamoni Morinao Mission Care as stakeholders.
so kwakolo. Ekotenga taulolo nera kiro okali.
Ya bari ya.
Na diti domane da kerianu tonight. Poi si omitted a joke and look at the schools that have performed well for a long time. Look at the Teso'S College, look at the Ngora Teso'S, look at the Budo, look at if the parents are able to in your baby or nine arain, because we're only caring around the household to turn around our economy. Na so diti e kale adomune nyamata lo jas lo edolito e kale le mameti nyamata me pedo ngara na no somero on this radio, put on newspapers, we shall be on TV when people are hungry to prioritize jar I COVID the last aya wetepe kopana jaw moye beti rabong abong when they say maybe in October or January. I remember it to Nyama. Pedro Tangarain, Akalu. Pedro's be an edward, Yabong Ramo. Ilo to your voice, I normally point of reference. Idoli your ray, one in the this person is food secure. Idoli ya to beto Jenny, and Luana Tangasuro and Tongal. Idoli your Kerejemu, Maro, Kirdidi. Oni toro ya misirine no epo etui dumuni jira ekte mo gane ya soya na choka this then ya kirta maro no no epu torto etui to ya kina go how are we going to fight hunger koto very kale abongora mom inyo kanya mata pedoro na kuru so that nyamata lu do leto no re pedoro na yangar kwa no sumero na yangar no sumero number 2 e ponelo dominate sirigi na okalia. How are we going to get money? E pui konye araima ko tunge dominate sirigi. We shall have very brilliant ideas. Schools need money. E koto si somero sirigi. Aure akenera ngokede si arai ye yo komolo, arai ye yo modong, arai ye yo malerang, arai ye yo ochero, arai ye yang. I'm talking to pass the household level. Epona lelo mnana designo. Tetere oni pedora ngarai ni koko. Adomune kamu, adomune tabu, adomune uniform, adomune nyamata. Arebe tapero somero titeri ko kumine pero reko apero somero. So oni kere ngara sberoni ikalia oko kera omisho. Political leaders, you have a big role to come and help our community. E poletenge ikidioki kapalia education is going to take time to improve. So ngara koni kalia. Then the families can be able to help the school. Osomeroi, you have the technical staff. Atamto sauri akano malai semitama says. As you maybe on platforms, some schools have performed very well. A commitment let the teacher to the school has a big role to play in managing education in the school. The Teso'S Commission, we have a task to make sure that we have qualified staff to serve our schools. We have advised the government because we also advise the government. And I want to tell you, the commission has done very well. Maybe on a recruitment law, let us do this thing by region. Kusaishana Karamoja, Luanga kusaishana ni Lango, Luanga kusaishana ni Teso, Luanga kusaishana ni Bugisu. Tetere sili kusaishana ni Karamoja, eselaga no angena. Omamu for some time we want you to be there. That's why we had many local protests. So the number of places balanced throughout the country. Kota Malapu in Kapun to recruit teachers. Had it not been for this COVID, Ekarlo Lolo Bonu were recruiting nearly 7,000 teachers from city schools and open recruitments. But going back to the other point, Aramamu isomeron isomaiti borolu isupunetre imwale mununini. Loreto ana soma ingito bakota ngajauni Teso. Konyeda onadumu na appointment. Ogeuna emwalo stebudo. Ogeuna los time mengo says. Nara engena idoyo. When I need a happy. How do you begin thinking of going to a Malera when somebody is offering you something very lucrative? So, local authorities, headmasters, head teachers, and as well as a Pakistan, I see. Ngaraisi Mwalimuna Swam. Teachers follow what their head teachers do. Aresa lanere master. Esale Mwalimuni Ranari at the Barade master.
Aresa nesa do pe salti kware.
Salti kware. Our teachers also want your commitment. Our parents sacrificed to get us to these schools. Anaso ni sirigin. Bosi kere ajala ni somrono. But at the end of the day, we shall come back here. Our shake bonguni yo. Bara kolege na no. I biro ratio manote so. Or I just na. School management committees, as some kede school authorities. Tetere pedoroni. Aingaraini somero aswamboro lipodas kesi. They need staff houses. They need scholastic materials. They need maybe I sorting akirono alupok or somerani. Mame pedorta swamara mam school management committees or board of governors and Aingaraki. Local authorities. A patanera kiron wakiona campaign. You really now must come in, get to the schools and understand. The beginning point is Alomar Vero Somero, I'm Moroke the master, I'm Moroke the Sinak, I'm Moroke the Due, and your Kakiri Jaso Somero. The terrible Murio Morakum, Missy the Juniatu. Aramamji Moros get it to Mamun. Buri Yenerakiro or council on a theory, not a real practice. Kadainani is somero da omisio ningarenete. Visit the schools. I heard Moses saying, Emuria did very well. Let me tell you the truth of the matter. So no let us be to those children are from private schools. Because the private schools have not opened their own centers, they take the children to sit in the government schools. So when you say, I have done very well in my district, how many are out of your effort? There are schools where teachers teach and their children pass, but many rely on schools. The irony is this. Mam private schools that are just originally poor at the Paro government school. Here in Teso, I know. A Tachapugan is originally poor at the Pari private entrepreneurs. But the private enterprises are producing better results on average than government schools. Where is the problem? I think it is the supervision and the motivation to work. So, what are the local authorities? And also sources from maybe local funds. You have markets, you have some ways you get income as districts and are COVID law. Concentrate on the education of our children. Don't take time fighting, take time thinking of how to improve education so that we shall be able to get answers, we shall be able to get head teachers of curious caliber, we shall be able to get permanent secretaries, members of the commission, ministers. The central government has its role to play, and the key persons to help the central government are elected. They have to advise the government. They have to lobby as a team. The Teso parliamentary group must take the lead. Work with our ministers. We even have a deputy speaker. All these are very key people because they handle the budget of the country. They have to study the policy statements. I show your plan for this financial year. I
Yalama no honorable Malanga bunu wanga nyakuno ne roko kwa pakna pona ilosi na ra ikoto ba yautu okotunga da ichelo upaskeda on automo program alo olimutu no catch, but I would want you to take note of this narai in etija chronicles epelolo ibo. Now ikotanga ajira ejaijo ebe reiki yo kaungi na epola losi otoridwe to colleges idumuni jo koka na maikitai asio manbe anga donga da epekada lotu do berengono baen mi losi ko ai tutoro kwa mwalimu as a last resort epo nani dumnoni mwalimu nule jasike passion tema ngo chuti eshomiko ko primary losiko ko.
This is Voice of Teso 88.4, the people's choice.
Watch the biggest winner Uganda movies on via Chibanda Express. From love to action, drama, comedy, Chibanda Express has it all for Uganda shillings 1,000 promotional price per movie, valid for 24 hours. Simply download the Yo TV channel app, sign up and select Chibanda Express.
Eka Kirol John Julius Ichoto, ajana pape JJ, somadi kide porlo Teso. Ido ipupu ya night lockdown, ipupu jengo. Akaili pane jase sukiere. Ijeno nibe adekana coronavirus. Mamelosi. Konye tunga kestolo sete. Etojo kasina baledio ngetolo ngaleu. Aiboyore. Alana kina. Anapata mask. Ido. Anyitube inyamo ni nyamata ngala tuna itiji adekana rabo aikeun. Ikoni miniti. Olimoke ni chie da anuna arai. Ajare ni jaro nina. Mamu ejare ronare. Ejare adote bon. Ido. Elipete. Neja ipapalo kuju. Nara ngisi fedori. Nini bora kere. Eyalamano.
Iyo ganoi. Onacheka. Inacheka. Obilan Abubakar Nyesaka Kiror. Arai deongo. A general manager Voice of Teso. Abundi kwa pwaneo inarikeda jo nui kama narakeda deka na COVID-19 amusunga deka na itunga wipo eyanga arorwa tomatekeru woko ahari tunga wipo ibosa kiti kwa noni kera acho ikina tomasomi sino kernu kopwa ni soma yone kanona etananga adeka na ilota kanin na kaulu na jo asomi boronu wipo itosome sanitizer onapaka mask ide kutoni iboyo na wako mijaro ni kere kalana kinusi teroni ipiuri kamijai adekana Voice of Teso nepeke dajo ketanangata COVID-19.
Hello, Opi, the offside man, Arebo Op. Apollo Pus ngiska kirore somange program la bola shane ana ilolo ajengo net jeni kine sate kero kingangina ebe ade kana corona ejai konye pedoroni ai tikitiki ade kado kabere wana panada ido ibore ni pore na som na sori tanapta mask ilo sijoto wa boy shono da shtipo karatunga ametal toro kabera kanikera sabunya dauna tikatikana kaisare yare na kutana kini sanitizer pere jida ndo kutebe somai do kabera jida that is amponu teroni pedori ai au kajaro toma araliza parasha engo kedajo ipiroroni aitikitiki ade kana e corona
ata kerioga noi eka kiror John Julius Ichoto ajena pape jeje somadi kide porlo teso ido ipupuja night lockdown ipupuje akaili pane jase sukiere ijeno nibe ade kana coronavirus mamelosi konye tunga kestolo sete etojo kasina balade ngotelo ngaleu ai boyore alana kina anapata mask ido anyitube inyamo ni nyamata ngara kitona itiji ade kana rabo ai keun ikoni minity olimoke ni chie da anuna rai na mam ejare ronare ejare odebon ido elipete neja ipapa lo kuju nara ngisi fedori nyini borekere
mami loko iyo gano inacheka obiran Abubakar Nyesaka Kiror araide yongo general manager Voice of Teso manara keda deka na COVID-19 amoso deka na
Isani kanyango nuluwa paran tibo na kwa pijaja ipupe kwa program studios jengo senior people ne keda stakeholders legelegela political arm jengo etengo jakaiti Bobo Winy are BOB anwe councilor like Kanyet aneo district alos roti jengo kede jakaito Chole Moses o councilor ya jengo kwa na kede senior academicians here jengo kede Papa Martin Okiria Obore jaikwa na ngesi Thomas Roti Senior Secondary School. He has also a legacy that people would know him about. Suri kindo Senior Commissioner ne Honorable Johnson Malinga ijaito mo studios ne anaimoro kedakro. Kedi tungalu kwa na ijasa imoro notoma Zoom. And I would want to bring Paul Etiang. He's the National Chairman Private Schools. Akotongo tiroriteja kaita Honorable Johnson Malinga nebo nebe. Even those government schools, arisemero lwapuga na bakasbe ija pokwa to bitosa to see the hand akana private ma chapakari due kaigolo toriko je COVID registration bali shumbereni Kampala dalo saibo ikina primary school. Yalama ngojabu mtoma alamu mtoma program.
I hope me and the listeners out there.
Well, we are really getting you loud and clear. Ipup sojo chute jok holotoja konyi kutusa koni insights. Nui wamiti jo otomo program ka kuna krotna utalo na itebe. Epo na niperoni aburonokin arebona tairi amanakin aga abagan arugamana aijeluka dulesha nejasi Thomas mana neoteso.
Like I say, Yalama no joining it. Yalama National Private Schools Teachers Association. Apolo kera association nana ibumakit imwalimu kere otomako kwa nano Uganda. Ijayone. Sa rai association na ibumaiti mwalimu na ageo no nasari primary to senior to the tertiary institutions. Ibumaita association ingine baka napsta ina urianu. So yalama noi no apupurvera neje commissioner. The moving is a job. Kiromo kamu to see so many private schools. Though Rabe somate private schools as so many langiri noi amika mutosi anu ayangara so kano ngasi ala mkini kere collection results lukono limoro kede muda
Oh, sorry, his network is not all that connecting very well. Konya chamutengo bebonguni ngesi toma yauno nukiao misho asotoni morkikin keda dumun ngese joke otoma or program. I think at that particular moment, let me cross to Rwanda. Danga dumuna mchala tangini buko sotebero na pupunbe alaijo toma Rwanda raingesi uriata nakopo Uganda uriata chutina onia nene pera morka done ya mission we jasi. Let's hear from her alaijo toma kwapuna ko Rwanda. Abe kotasa jaunu jotoma chamte ngobe, you've been following the show dauti ja tupe program like joke. You can pick up from what these panelists have been talking about and what you would feel polo ite tikwa na mano teso to the next level Dr. Itachie na ipera ngaraki na take care.
Rwanda Girls Initiative is in charge with a girl child education and Noi to Manapesro or sciences. Bonik, that is what they are focusing on. So, from the discussion your panelists, issue of a performance you want to do it or test. Shanakating or Uganda before coming to work in trying other things. Now, in one of my papers or masters, Abunga Aswamu a research on instructional supervision and the performance in Mwalimu. And I was looking at it as from my findings, Abunga, we discovered that if there is no instructional supervision, on national level, we will refer it to as inspection, and then that affects the performance in Mwalimu, and of course, eventually affecting the performance in the well. So anyway, now a performance can be worked on, especially if there is adequate supervision. Narai ejasi mwalimu niche edu mitwana ne somero le government ebaba daudo dodongajo dodonga irama dodonga somiche boro loto padanga dumunish somero. The future is secure the kape battery to parasano. That is very not okay. Now, ipodetengo Rwanda ne that is unique from Uganda is the way a supervision is done. Now, supervision at national level, it has been decentralized. The supervision, instead of inspectorate, a rimosomero kere, a DEA rimosomero kere, quisomero, a chono, a DEO, medio fedori. If you have about 700, 100 schools, Aro sub-county, Aro district. So Mamedi federal and all those schools. Now, Rai breaking, decentralizing a supervision from parish level, Rai LOC, again supervising, checking if there is really learning, you are dropping out of school, centers and masete, that's some kind of localized in your inspection supervision. Only more take that they mwalimu mutani, ejapa ni mwalimu mutani korea utaja amisirika kor. Utaja correct. Mambo bebe. Also board from the village level of supervision obonated to parish level, kwangin, then to sub-county. So there is the supervisor, or parish level, and then another small inspector will go to sub-county. No, they're going to report to a district, a DEO, report to the DEO. So he's the final person, that kind of follow-up. So they're also in contact, they are facilitated in one way or the other. Now that is monitoring. Also the job of that we can also do as a test. So it is practical. If class teachers, if or ground or somero and here, if it is class teachers should be facilitated. Airtime in the video for them to follow up on the school dropout. So now, every class teacher, data contacts the parents. I remember you need photo for 1 or 2 days. Then there is a phone call. A phone call. Akelo bo nyobo. Mamba akele kota shuman. I be akelo. Edeka nyobo ara balungaro or dukone. Nyobo vera akelo. You try to find out as a mwalimu. So that is empowerment. And now head teachers can empower teachers to do such by small facilitation of just airtime to try to follow up, especially after school. After Sasala, it already contact the Selo Setara Rakito. I Saki, LLB, that shouldn't be what they should do. So that is some kind of follow-up of PESURU and reducing a school dropout. So monitoring a grassroots level. So that can be given to Imwalimu. Also, the job of which very interesting that you honor Tesangina seem not to have embraced it. If we're back in Yaritai project learning, project-based learning. Now, to adumune white collar job. So white collar job nesi boy arauta nisa araya ambassadors araya white collar job araya kesili so my office borokata hon. And yet araya project based learning pedorico ko entrepreneurship aswame project la liquid soap. Pedorico through small groups also melanin aswame project la are mosquito repellent. Through identifying a need of the community, we can have a mosquito repellent in the way designing it, trying to use what they learned in the class as a if they're likely to remember the process they learned from class and implementing it. Consequently, to be designing it. If someone a liquid soap, we are adding this soap, water. You're learning in class, putting it. So what are capturing it? And they're doing that. And what monitoring the content, opening it up, what to get it. So something that we have to focus or TESO, project-based learning. Also the TESO is struggling with the famine. Back in the way dropping out of school. There's no school feeding or somero. Maroge is expensive. Eugada money is unaffordable. Mami parents able to say contributing arai. Ara de look bitali look biti part time. Emonyati wuriaka be mame tikapu. Onyo pedorete chuti adumune look na lost amatio center. That is very sad. Why not give it to students? Now, let me connect that to project-based learning. Now, there is a school, Abu Idwe did a project of, they were addressing hunger in Africa. Now, the project of what cases of matter, they made a dore maroge. They boiled the maroge at 75 degrees. Then, a right in the maroge one. And I can tell you, the panelists and those on studio, Emma Rogengoni was able to germinate and they harvested it within 6 weeks. 6 weeks, fresh beans. Now, I run a project. We are trying to address hunger. Quickly, the 3 months. Within 6 weeks, you have everything I should do a Can you imagine? That is a farm, a project in the farm. So and it's very important that we integrate project learning or system work so that we don't just job seekers and rather can do something else. So still under project-based, I'm actually promoting project-based learning here in Rwanda. One of the important, another thing, I'll give an example of Jaikwa Nilo Takadi. Kids are washing hands, the Jacobi. Now, instead of a chemistry teacher can have a small project to put on a chemistry, some liquid soap and soap. That's a soap sabuni. You see, and then outside they can manufacture soap and then sell it and make money. Smart classrooms. Smart classrooms. Abue COVID. Nagiara COVID. Everyone was on their knees. Basi tungadodoka ni dwe ashoma the BI. Idwashoma the BI. Iboyo dore. Omojonga kisore. Idwashoma the BI. Open body technology. Now, as much as Isomero Teso and also some parts of Uganda, Rasi dilapidated, Amojonga Chuti, Ichama, Rokonida, almost a Sonia, counted with the technology. Right tungara WhatsApp when you deep down, can you typing a word, better typing because you don't advance. It's important that the teachers are knowing they or jive anybody back a smart classroom. They write like a demonstration room. You thought the loss you said, oh, I'm not ready to a group or kanyari tomanopang. Working us very casey that the back computer, this is how to use it. Or just what they studied or some projector, or a smart classroom, or whiteboard if I need just one, just one. You learn jara, you will learn out of that. That is a smart classroom that you cannot adopt and I can actually do it because technology. I don't know somero. Technology. About it do I adumune simu, a woman make up WhatsApp, 8 videos are putting on one of the panelists. A balave chipete my mastering I wore celebrities, and yet they can use a technology to grow and find the opportunities online. But if people knows basics of technology, they are likely